What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Kingdom Come, coming to you live and direct from my channel, Spiritually Speaking, Matters of the Soul, with another episode. Today, I wrote some things down that was on my heart, God put on my heart. I want to read it and share it with you all. The episode's called Society is a Joke, but My Life is Not. These are my thoughts surrounding that topic. So let's go ahead and get into it. If I can just be honest for a moment and express the truth about myself that is deep rooted in me from childhood. I felt out of place in this world and remember feeling this way since I was just a kid. I tried hard at times to fit in. Other times I could care less who liked me. I even often found it difficult to get along with most of my family. I feel like initially I am an unconfrontational person with the people around me, but despite my disposition, I found myself in confrontations often. The thing about me is when I communicate, and especially when I'm angry, I'll hold nothing back in expressing how I feel. So all that said explains why as an adult, I find it better to be alone. Alone, I'm meditative, reflective, and thoughtful when in the company of my own thoughts. Because I am this way, I'll never sit in the delusion that I am never the problem in these situations and botched relationships. I know I'm not a saint. I'll flat out admit that my actions and words have often contributed to the toxicity I find myself in. At the end of the day, though, despite what people may believe or say, I really and truly don't hold any grudges or animosity against anyone for anything. Even if I should, I don't. Daily, my focus is actually on putting out nothing but positive and being a better me by the standards of God. That's what overrules in my spirit and my soul. Even when I'm having, hard time, dark thoughts, whatever, I always put my hands together, say a prayer to God, reel myself in, and I thank God that He put that on my heart, that's built into my DNA that way. Let me see, where was I at? I wish nothing ill on anyone, knowing there are laws of life, laws of the universe, as well as spiritual laws, and that these will correct all wrongs naturally. So what is it to me to harbor ill will, but to bring stress and worry to myself and illness to my being? It's futile and stupid. God sees all, and karma is His sword, and I have faith in God. There have been several times since I was young, I do what I have to fit in, no more. Sometimes, sometimes already aware that it was with temporary people, and often it was because my weakness is women, and there was a certain image that I would uphold to get the women that I wanted to talk to me, and that's just being honest. I also went to college shortly, served in the military, been to several countries, and lived in multiple states. Some of these places, I was broke, and some I experienced with money in my pocket. I've interacted, mingled, and befriended, and met the presence with a ton of people. All different races, men, women, children, rich, poor, and all in between. And the one consistent thing with the mass majority of these people I've encountered on a personal level is that they serve self first. It's like it's attached to human nature, but also the number one reason society is a joke. First of all, how can it even be called society with everyone having only their own well-being in their interest at heart? Common things of the past that people did in society that would be considered studious, honorable, or just plain out the right thing to do have been forgotten and replaced with people who will do the most vile things to people around them and even the people that they love to uphold a certain appearance or image and maintain that image in society. Long gone are any traditions or customs that pay honor to the family and the proper homage to the neighborhoods we grew up in and show the proper respect to those who helped raise us. It's rare you actually meet someone who pays attention to these things and genuinely cares about everyone around them. Yes, these people exist, but are guarded from dealing with people who will swallow them for self-gain, narcissistic. These people either adapt, they have to, and learn to protect themselves, or convert to the majority and do what the majority do and be how they are, consumed. Society is a joke because it's not much of a society anymore. It's a sea of sharks, big fishes. Seek prey or be preyed upon. Nowadays, especially with COVID, people stay to their small little circles and keep them small because they know what's lurking in these streets and that people can't be trusted. And that's real. That's what people are gravitating towards nowadays. But at the same time, people like to have fun though. And with so many bad influences, misinformation and lies in the world, entertainment and on the internet especially, what's popular in the image people try to put out in the world becomes distorted. A big ass lie. Everything in this world. My parents lied to me as a child. Teachers lied to me at school, especially in history class or his story. The media lies every day to people every day. Everyone lies to the world. But the worst kind of people are the people who lie to themselves. Second reason society is a joke. Today, and even in the past, far back as probably the 70s, it didn't and doesn't matter if your life is or was a lie. As long as you looked good while doing it, that's what people paid attention to. People tend to hide their weaknesses and dark secrets because this has been the trend since about the 70s. So they hide their weaknesses and dark secrets from people and present a face to the world that is the image they imagine for themselves. That's fake. I don't care what anybody says, and it's funny because a lot of people who consider themselves real and claim that they're so real are guilty of this right here, and I think this is fake. They put on a mask to the world, oh, I'm this, and move a certain way, but really they got secrets that go against the grain of the image that they're trying to uphold, and their weaknesses too can go against the grain of the image that they're trying to uphold. I'm be honest about it. It's just be honest with yourself at least, if nothing else, so that way you can be honest with God, even if you do this. Whatever is trending and popular, and somebody in the know about all of that, and they base their image, happiness, or pain surrounding these things consistently, 9.5 times out of 10, these are fake people, and they lie to themselves, and they will never concede to this as fact, and often get upset when you point it out. The final reason society is a joke: it's rare to find people with or who even strive for keeping 100% of their morals intact. Most people, and most likely everyone around you, has done things and has been a part of situations that they may hide and mask from the world. They'll go to the grave with these lies. How can anyone expect or demand trust, or how can trust even exist if they know they ain't right? If people know they ain't right and they're lying about it, I can't understand. All these people I've encountered in these different toxic situations, they've scarred me in one way or another. Not all people that I've met are bad people. I've definitely encountered good people in the world, but you never know how many of those good people are actually jacked up, putting on a face to the world. So even then you have to be careful. But I definitely come across some good people with good spirits to them. You could tell if somebody means you ill intent. It's way more common actually in the world to find people who are living distorted lives, obsessed with pop culture, social media, and serving self only, taking advantage of anyone that they can for self-gain. This is the main reason I isolate myself and pray. I say society because the mass majority of your people, they live in this kind of distortion and deception of themselves. And when it's the mass majority and there's so many common beliefs and popular trending ideas and beliefs that these kind of people start, and so many people jump on board with, that it's become the norm. It's become society. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? I think the world is fake, but I can't lose myself in that. And that's something that, I've been getting better at every day, is not conforming to what the world expects of me, but me being able to decide for myself how I should conduct myself, what I should and shouldn't do or say, and who I should and shouldn't spend my time with and share my energy with. So, I wrote this down to really, capture a lot of the thoughts and what I was wanting to convey about the situation, or about the topic. I find it to be incredibly true. Society has deteriorated for the better part of a century now, and it's gotten worse. I mean, there hasn't been a moral code to society, I believe, since the 60s. I believe everything after the 70s and after, people kind of just went crazy. And even in the 60s, because I believe a lot of the families in the 60s, they hid their skeletons in their closet as well, and really did a good job of presenting a certain face to the world, which, like I said, I believe is fake. I'm being 100% honest with how I feel and my disposition on this, and I honestly believe from the bottom of my heart that I'm gonna stay consistent and stay deviating from the crowd, not giving in to pop culture and what's trending, and doing me. And I have faith in God that because I choose to remain righteous and become a better person and by the standards of God every day, that God will bless me with prosperity and eventually everlasting life. And I don't have to worry about the bad karma and the loops of life that happen to people who lie to themselves. I'm not perfect, and I do want to put this out there, far from perfect. I'm striving to be a better person every day. I've definitely made mistakes and done my